Hey gals, welcome to Binge Free Bestie, the podcast where we ditch the diets, break free from binge eating, and build a safe and empowered relationship with our bodies. I'm your host, Nic Gaviria, a registered therapist who totally gets it. Binge eating and body image struggles? Yep, I've been there, done that, and I've got the therapy bills to prove it. But here's the good news, bestie. I've recovered and I'm here to help you to do the same. This potty is all about real, evidence-based strategies from my therapy practice, plus down-to-earth, relatable girl talk with me and some of my amazing besties and other experts who have their own stories, tips, and tricks to share with you. So, whether you're tired of the diet cycle, ready to ditch the shame spiral, or just want to feel more confident in your own skin, then you've come to the right place. It's time to get real about food freedom, body acceptance, self-care, and building a life you truly love. Let's get into it, besties. Hola! Hey there, besties. Welcome to the Binge Free Bestie potty. I'm your host, Nic Gaviria. I'm a registered therapist, and today I'm going to dive into the world of body acceptance with you. I've got heaps of tips to share, and that's why I've split this episode into two parts, so that you can digest them in bite-sized chunks and start applying them to your life straight away. So, I'm thrilled to embark on this journey with you because discovering how to love ourselves and our bodies is friggin' liberating, and you deserve to experience that. So let's not fluff around, let's jump straight into the good stuff. So I'm going to give you 5 tips today, and the first tip is getting started with body acceptance. Now, transitioning from body hatred to body acceptance can really seem daunting. However, I want you to recognize that you don't have to rush into loving your body. And actually, you don't need to get there all if you don't want to. Take off the pressure and instead begin working towards body acceptance. I know you look on socials and you see all those girls talking about body positivity and self-love, and sometimes it can honestly just seem so out of touch. Especially when you look at the people who are spreading those messages. They have the privilege of usually being in a body that already meets the body standard. So it does seem like a bit of a joke when you see those girls spouting off body positivity stuff. When did they ever really struggle? Yeah, they probably did struggle because, just because you meet the thin ideal doesn't mean that you automatically feel great. And I can speak to that from experience of losing a significant amount of weight, hitting my goal body, and then still finding that I was miserable. Yeah, being thin doesn't equal being happy, but it is still a privilege. So what I'm trying to say here is getting started with body acceptance, take away the pressure to feel like you need to love your body, because you don't need to love your body, but you do need to respect it. So take off the pressure, work towards body acceptance, and I'm going to share with you an effective method to initiate this journey. And I know it can seem a little fluffy and woo-woo to some people, but incorporating affirmations into your daily routine is a really nice, gentle way to start. Give these a try, put them into your daily routine. You can do them while you're brushing your teeth or in the shower. I personally like to do affirmations in the morning. Gives you a much nicer kick into the day. So try something like this. This is a very neutral body acceptance type of affirmation. My body is okay as it is. I have more important things to do than to look perfect from every angle. How my body looks is the least important thing about me. My body is worthy of respect. Now, what I might do is I might make a separate podcast just with some short affirmations on a loop that you can pop on to use as a way to start to rewire some neural pathways and normalize these phrases for you. But that's just a starting point for you to get kicked off with. Body neutrality is another really fabulous way to heal your relationship with your appearance. And this approach helps you to appreciate your body for its functions, for things other than its looks. So here's some body neutrality affirmations that might sit better with you. My body allows me to experience the world and all its wonders. My body is strong and capable, helping me accomplish daily tasks. My body supports me, keeps me alive, regardless of its shape and size. My body is my home, providing me with the strength and energy I need to live my life. These affirmations can really help to shift your focus from how your body looks to what it can do for you. And that's going to foster a healthier and more neutral relationship with your body. So remember, take body love, self-love, body positivity, and all of that off the table and just focus on neutrality and function. That's a really gentle, easy place to start. Give that a go and let me know how it feels. The next tip is practicing daily reminders. So we're living in a society that constantly tells you that you're not enough, and it makes it really hard to have good body image days. So body acceptance does require daily practice and reminders. When you have a negative thought arise, I need you to consciously change the channel. So remind yourself the affirmations from above, from before, my body is fine just the way it is. And shift your focus to something else. The more that you practice doing this, the easier it's going to become, and the easier it is to actually believe these affirmations. And sometimes, like I said, it might feel a bit of a lie or a fib at the start, but again, we need to normalize these new types of thoughts, because I bet you that you are more used to beating yourself up and bullying yourself and being quite harsh. So of course, when you start to say these kind of affirmations at the start, it feels a bit ridiculous. But again, the more you practice, the easier it comes to believe them. And don't say anything that's like totally off the bat, that body posy stuff or that self-love stuff, if it feels too unrealistic. Go neutral. I want to tag something on to this tip actually, and that's how to use an acceptance and commitment therapy tool called Thanking the Mind if you really are struggling with these negative self-talk thoughts about your body. So here's what you do. When a negative thought about your body pops up, it can be really tempting to try and fight it or to let it spiral out of control. So instead, try this Thanking the Mind tool. And here's how you do it. First up, we recognize the negative thought. So notice when you have a negative thought about your body. Could be something like, gosh, I hate my thighs, or I wish that I looked different. You have the thought, recognize it. Now pause and acknowledge. So instead of immediately reacting to this thought, I want you to take that moment and pause. Just acknowledge it without any judgment. Now we're going to thank the mind. So gently say to yourself, thank you, mind, for that thought. Doesn't mean that you agree with the thought. Doesn't mean that the thought is true. It's just simply acknowledging that your mind is trying to protect you, even if it's not doing so in such a helpful way. You may also like to recognize themes in your thoughts. And we all have themes and stories. So probably, 7,000 thoughts a day we have, roughly. Most of them are repeated. Most of them are just observational, recognizing the different stimuli around you. But I can guarantee, because you're listening to this potty, that a lot of the themes and stories of thoughts in your mind are around the way that you look or your relationship with food and eating. So you thank the mind for the thought, and then I want you to theme it. So it could be stating, hey, thanks mind, there you go again, sharing that story about how I need to look different. When we recognize the themes and stories that our mind likes to feed us, it really helps to take the sting out of them, and we can recognize that these thoughts are simply stories. They're not facts, they're not instructions, they're not things we have to act upon. They are simply thoughts. Some people might refer to them as intrusive thoughts. It's just mind junk, it's rubbish. Now, once we've acknowledged the thought, we've thanked the mind, we've noted if it's a story or a theme, now you need to shift your focus to something neutral or positive. So remind yourself of one of those neutrality affirmations, such as, my body supports me and keeps me alive. Or you can focus on doing something in the present moment, like a task at hand or a conversation, or do something energizing, some sort of movement. And the last part of this is to practice compassion. So be kind to yourself. Negative thoughts are just part of being human. It doesn't matter what the content of the thought is. Just treat yourself with compassion so that it's easier for you to navigate these negative thoughts. Final point on this is that using the thanking the mind tool really helps to create distance between you and the negative thought, and it reduces their power and their impact. It's a really gentle way to acknowledge thoughts without letting them dictate your feelings or your actions. Now that was a lot of information. That's kind of the key point for this episode. But I've got 2 more tips for you, and they're a bit more gentle. So the 4th tip is to follow social media influencers and pages that actually make you feel good and celebrate body diversity. So when you can see confidence in all shapes and sizes, it helps you to appreciate your own unique beauty. I want you to go onto your socials and start to look for, models, influencers, musicians, organizations who celebrate body diversity. And there's so many cool people out there, like, Ashley Graham, Lizzo. I really love someone called The Bird's Papaya. And I've written a blog on this on my website. I'm going to pop it in the show notes, and it's an entire list full of different people that you can follow on your socials to inspire and empower you. Final tip for today is I want you to question your perception. So if you find yourself hating your body when you see a photo or when you glance in the mirror, please question that perception. Because body hatred really distorts how you see yourself. I want you to ask, what if I'm not actually seeing myself clearly right now? Believe it or not, mirrors are not an accurate representation of you. They are very deceiving, and they often provide an inaccurate reflection of our true shape and size. Factors such as lighting, angle, and distortion can skew our perception, and it leads to a negative body image and dissatisfaction. So please, it's essential to manage our use of mirrors by adjusting the way we look at ourselves. Knowing this, acknowledging it can really result in a small shift that helps you to start seeing your true self. So I have to make an episode for you guys on how to use mirrors safely and how to also reduce that usage. So again, make sure that you're following the potty, because I'm going to get on to making that really soon. Alrighty, so that's the 5 tips for today. And remember, besties, your journey to body acceptance is unique and it's ongoing. So start with those small steps, be gentle with yourself, and celebrate the beauty of your body. I've put all of these tips into a blog post, and you can find that post link in the show notes. If you want more strategies, then you need to check out my self-help workbook, Embrace Your Body. Grab a copy. Again, the link is in the show notes. Or you could join our online community, the Self-Love Squad, and that's where you can connect with others who are also on their body acceptance journey. Stay tuned for our next episode. I'm going to give another 5 tips on body acceptance. I will see you there. Ciao. Alright besties, that's a wrap for this episode. If you're feeling fired up and ready to dive deeper, let's chat about how you can keep the momentum. First up, you can of course find me on all your socials at Binge Free Bestie for daily inspo, more strategies, and a healthy dose of body positivity. Next, if you're looking for besties who get your food freedom and body acceptance journey, then don't look any further than the Self-Love Squad. This is our online community where we celebrate each other's wins, share struggles, and offer a safe space for growth. Membership includes monthly group coaching calls with me, weekly challenges, mindfulness and yoga workshops, plus heaps more. So if you're ready to find your new besties, then come and join us. Link is in the show notes. Alright besties, that's it from me today. If this episode has been helpful, then please hit that subscribe button. And if you're feeling extra kind, then consider leaving me a review on your fave platform. Remember, you're worthy of food freedom and body peace. Please take care of your beautiful self, and I'll catch you next time for another empowering episode. Ciao!